Uh, oh my god. What is up guys, I'm Masego Thole and I'm back again with another video. In this video, I'll be sharing with you guys some tips that I use to stay motivated to study. Now, without any further ado, let us get into the video. Tip number 1. Acknowledge the fact that you are feeling overwhelmed. It is okay, it is human. Admitting this is actually very freeing as it is a step forward to changing this feeling because you're not pretending that everything is okay. The moment you realize that you're not okay is actually a step forward. Tip number 2. For each subject that you have, write down the topics and rank them from what you understand the least, being at the top, to what you understand the most, being at the bottom. And if you do not know what you don't know, think about if you were to write an exam or test today. What would you not want to come out in the test or exam? That is what you don't know. Tip number 3. When you study, start from the top, what you do not understand the most, and work your way down to what you understand the most. This is an effective way because you don't waste time going over and over the things that you do know and are comfortable with, and while at the same time neglecting the things that you're not comfortable with. I used to do this a lot. When I felt demotivated to study, especially when we were covering a very complex topic, I would, which it does not make sense at all, but somehow it's like the human brain, you want to feel like you are doing something and you are good at something. So I would work on the things that I knew. Every time I had to study or revise, I would revise on the things that I knew more and neglect on the things that I didn't know. It makes no sense. But this method helps you because you start with what you do not know, and the things that you do know, you're already comfortable with them, you know? So even if you do not get to cover them for the test, which you probably should, but you know, at least you've worked through your problem areas, and usually you'll find that these problem areas are the ones that will come up in the test or exam. So you're actually doing yourself a good service. Point number 4. With each topic, write down how many pages in the textbook you need to get through. This method helps a lot with people like me who overthink a lot. So it's easier to see the work that you need to get through because when you think about it in your head, when you know that you have a list of things that you need to do, your brain shuts down because you feel overwhelmed. And a lot of the times you will find that it's actually a lot of things that you need to get done, but they are very small things, you know? So in your mind, you're just seeing numbers and numbers and the quantity of the work that you need to get done rather than the topics necessarily on how easy they are. You might find that you might spend even just 30 minutes, but in your head, you're thinking a whole day or something because your mind is overwhelmed. It's almost like a to-do list, you know? When you have a to-do list, it's easier to get everything done because you can see exactly what needs to get done rather than you stressing about something in your head and not getting anything done at all. It happens. And the nicest thing about even having a to-do list is that after completing the items on your list, you get to scratch through what you have done. And that is honestly the most satisfying feeling. It's a sense of accomplishment, and don't we just love to accomplish? Tip number 5. Allocate the time that it should take you to complete a set number of pages. Start small, for example, for 25 minutes. This goes back to the to-do list. The mind does not like to be overwhelmed. Take it step by step, bite sizes, and little goes a long way. It honestly does take practice. You're not just going to sit down and study 5 hours from the onset. You start bit by bit, 25 minutes, and then you build it up until you can go more and more hours. Point number 6. Take breaks when you should. This is seen as a reward. Your brain loves rewards. When it sees too much work to do, it's just gonna shut down, because in your head it's like, oh, I'm not gonna finish this, I'm not gonna have the energy for this, I could be watching this, I could be doing that, I could be relaxing, I could be sleeping. But when you take breaks, it's almost as if you look forward to working so that you can rest again. It's a reward. You need to reward yourself with breaks. You can't just work consistently throughout. You need to take breaks, especially when you're first starting out. You need to take breaks. It also makes studying easier for the next time, because a lot of the time we struggle to just start. But if you know that you're going to be studying for 12 hours straight without a break, it will take you forever to even start studying, because your body does not, it rejects you sitting down for 12 hours. When you think about it, your body just shuts down from the onset. So you need to be able to give yourself breaks so that the next time when you have to study, it's not such a drag. You can actually get up, sit down, study, knowing that you're going to have a break for reward. And point number 7, last but not least, done is better than perfect. Just start. When you sit down and actually start studying, opening up a book and starting, it's actually a lot easier. You'll wonder, why didn't I start this a lot sooner? Because, like I said, it's often a challenge starting. But once you are there studying, it's a lot easier. You'll find yourself, loving studying, or at least liking it. People usually talk about being in the zone when you study. There is a zone that you get into. Once you're in that zone, that bubble, you are at your optimum focus, concentration levels, So, but the thing is also, you need to take a break, because that level, the capacity that you reach, you need to maintain it and sustain it. So you need to take a break when it's time for you to take a break. But a short break, you guys. You take a short break and then you come back and study. I made a video on how to stay productive as a student, and on there I mentioned how to draw up a study schedule and how to stick to it. So if you want to see how to draw up your study schedule, the video is over here, somewhere over here. You can go watch that video and it should be beneficial for you. Alrighty guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful for you, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not done so already. Share this video with somebody if you care, and I will check you guys next time. Bye.